go back into those environments to get picked on, for being old and gray. But what's the fourth floor? The mental ward?
No audio. Okay, so what's
Well, he doesn't do anything, just so we're clear.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I mean,
That's not what I heard.
yeah, he flies around for like 2 hours at a time, and then he sits on the beach and drinks mojitos and things
Oh,
like that.
really?
He doesn't work.
Well, that's something.
Well, 2 hours of something.
Yes.
I should get some credit.
Well, 2 hours.
He's always got a donut in his hand. So, he just doesn't get much done. So, for me, I work, 80, 90, 120 hours a week.
You know what they sound like, right?
No way.
What's it sound like?
Sounds like a
Be careful.
complaint.
No, thank you.
over here from Soda Firearms, and the question on the table is, just to reiterate, we're having discussions down at ACGA meeting about the lever action assault platform. So are you guys getting into that?
Actually, we have not seen anybody bring prints to us or request quotes on the lever action at this point. So we have been involved with pump actions and a lot of bolt action.
A pump action on a.
On an AR.
Oh, you get out of here.
Yeah.
Yep. You put the pump out around the barrel, and that's your action. They get to be popular with guys that are wanting to shoot like a 410, and so you put a pump on them. So they do have some following there with the pump action.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they work good. They work.
I hadn't heard of that. I've not seen that. Well, there's been some discussion with Fish and Game here. I had some shoulder surgery a few years ago and need some more, but that's another story. And I got a damn turkey tag. So I've got this arm in a sling, and I look at the turkey regs, and it says shotgun. It's okay. I went down and bought a Judge with a 6-inch barrel and thinking, all right, I think I'm good enough to sneak up on a turkey, shoot it with a 410 out of a 6-inch barrel Judge. And I talked to one of the game wardens, and he goes, let me check on that. I said, here's the regs right here. So about 2 weeks later, the director of Game and Fish calls me. He goes, Don, you're about to get in trouble. I said, what's the problem? He said, the game, you've got the old game regs. You need to look at the new ones because it says a shoulder fired shotgun shooting shot. So I'm looking, going, that ain't it. So anyway, but some of the other shotgun types are pretty popular. What about bolt actions?
The bolt actions are going to be so popular because of the size.
Yep.
So you take a carrier, you basically cut it in half, and then you don't have any buffer tube on the back. You just put a plug where that is. And so imagine a 4-inch barrel and your 7 inches of upper, and that's your max length of a AR pistol, if you will. But it's a bolt. You just don't have the firepower, but it is small.
That's a far cry from my Red Ryder. Damn it.
Yeah.
But they're getting to be really popular.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. That's why I'm asking because even in the cattle industry, these guys are pretty firearm conscious, and you just everybody's in their own comfort zone. We carry shotguns, pistols, AKs, except for Reed, and he's hung up on black ARs. So you and he'd be best friends.
Sounds like it.
Oh, he gives me crap. I'll tell you, are you bringing that thing again? But it'll shoot.
I just say, why are you discriminating?
Yeah. That's what it is. DEI's alive in my truck. So. Okay, well, that's pretty fun. I've got some questions for you from listeners. You had been talking about Tier 1. Would you describe the difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2?
Yeah, so the Tier 2 is our flagship. It's engineered for peak performance operators, people, law enforcement, people that just want,
Operators, the guys that go bump in the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
It's catered more toward them. It's just really just a lot of love and a beautiful rifle. And then the Tier 1 is just kind of our heavy hitter precision
he gets
rifle.
that little twinkle in his eye,
It's more for your long range guys, who want to reach out beyond 600 yards. We just put, on the website we do. On the website, if you go there and you look at the Tier 1, you can basically design your own precision rifle. Drop-in trigger systems, anti-rotation pins. You can pick your barrel lengths. So that's the only difference between the two.
What choices do you have? I know Red Ryder over here has got some excellent triggers, but what variations of triggers are you offering?
We do Timony, Velocity. We have done some of Soda's trigger systems that they have, which are really good. The drop-in trigger systems. I was pretty impressed with one of those. It's actually on a 3-letter identifier. Matter of fact, it's in there and it does very well.
Nothing for AKs, of course.
No. Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
You know, Palmetto has a wonderful website, wonderful rifles, and they have catering to your liking.
Yeah. Well, I just use more oil. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take some.
Yeah. Shut your eyes and squeeze. Hope it goes off. Stop it. Well, that's good. Okay, on the we're talking basically quality. What's the price variation? Let's pick a platform, 308, tier 1, tier 2. Price wise, what's the price point variation?
Well, so like if you go, like I said, if you go on the website, it doesn't matter whether you're doing, doesn't matter anything in the AR-10. You can start there and just build your rifle as you go down, but it has a base price. It starts at $1,500, and as you add certain things, it just keeps increasing the price.
Okay, well, the question is, what do I get for $1,500?
Well, you want me to read everything out on the website for you?
No, I'm looking at the website, but short of that, am I going to get something that's going to go out and perform?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Nothing's going to leave our shop that's not going to. You're going to get the performance that you deserve. Even our entry level R model rifle, it's still a billet series compared to everybody else that's doing, forged. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah, you're scaring me because I can take my AK out of the box. It shoots.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, yes,
Actually.
it does. You got to put oil on it. But
Yeah.
it shoots.
The box should be already saturated in oil.
That's crazy. Okay, so Dave, how much are you doing for law enforcement?
We don't publish a lot, but we do, especially local. Our local area covers a lot of law enforcement. What we see is they call them half-shelf lowers. So we do not have the license to make a full auto, but a lot of law enforcements around the country are more and more using full auto type lowers.
Oh, really?
So we're running the lowers for them. Then they add that third hole to make them full autos is what we've been seeing for our law enforcement.
Yep. The geopolitical situation in the United States is changing.
It is.
Henceforth,
absolutely.
we have full auto. Yeah.
Yeah, the full autos are more and more dealers. You guys must be seeing that too. More and more dealers and law enforcement types are practicing with full auto because there's an element of practice that they put into it too. So they'll practice with like an AR-22 and then move up to an AR-15 as the real weapon for.
On a 5.56.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much barrel lift do you have on full auto with a 5.56
How much
lift?
when a full auto?
Yeah.
That depends on the shooter. So you're gonna rise a few inches if you just hold the trigger down. It's hard to control them. So
Of course.
you can do other things for them, change your muzzle brake and that type of thing. But typically they're not trying to empty a magazine because that's pretty hard on your gun.
Depends
So
on who's shooting at them.
you're just three round
Yeah.
burst type things. At that point you still got quite a bit of control.
Yeah, it's like you're from Florida. They asked the sheriff, how come you shot that guy 222 times? He goes, well, we were out of bullets. Real simple. Yeah. What's your favorite seller, caliber-wise?
The twos, the T2s are the most popular.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, because you get all the anti-rotation pin, single drop-in trigger.
Well, you
system.
guys are up in a heavy big game hunting. Do you cater to those guys specifically?
No, it's a mixture pretty much of everything. A3 aside is more your avid hunters, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They really go after the uppers on that side of the house.
Okay. Sheriff, from a law enforcement standpoint, what are your takes on the AR? What do you like? What do you dislike?
Well, I know I got rid of when I started back in the day, it was Mini 14s, and
Love it. That's a
and
great weapon.
it was, and
Still
know,
is.
Still is.
no, yeah, true, they still make them. But I went to the AR platform in the 223 and the AR-10 and the 308 for one of the things we learned from a shooting in Idaho um, was that with the 223, like there was a suspect hiding behind a. He'd shot two officers and a dog, I believe, and then he hid behind a garbage can, and the officer was standing in front of it. And he pumped a magazine through it, and all those bullets just dissipated through the plastic and everything. And the suspect was hit with a bunch of shrapnel, but really nothing life-threatening. And so they went to the AR-10
Yep, that'll do it.
for situations like that. Plus, even trying to shoot through the side glass of a car, that 223 wouldn't necessarily break it where the AR-10 would. So I had both weapons available to my patrol staff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good information to have. That's well, you guys are on the front line. That's it. You got to have the best of the best.
Well, and it's bad guys spend as much time on the range as cops do, if not more anymore.
Oh yeah.
And you really got to up your game. And I just saw this morning, Officer Downpage, an officer in Kansas was shot and killed going to a domestic violence call.
Another one.
last night.
Those are the worst.
Yep.
Absolutely, they are.
Yep. And I remember hearing a story about a chief of police in eastern Montana went out to serve divorce papers on his best friend, and he got out of his car, and his best friend walked out and shot and killed him.
Oh, geez.
And just over divorce papers. So
Yeah. Did they kill him back?
no, they didn't. But
That's the problem. My personal belief is right, wrong, or indifferent. If you shoot at a cop or you hit a cop, then you take care of it right there. You don't need to see the back seat of a squad car.
Yeah.
Done. They'll put you in a. Never mind. We got to put into a break here and talk about wild horses when we come back. We're not. No, I'm serious. No. We'll be right back on Fox Sports 910. About a BMG pistol.
Yeah.
Take us down that path.
So one of my employees, he went down to one of our other stores. So we're a co-op, and so we have 4 stores, and he went down. There's a Barrett 50 cal, and that's what he asked for, right? And they send him this thing that's about 2 feet long.
Okay, was he looking for a rifle?
He wanted the
Okay.
rifle because they hadn't sold it down in Belgrade. So there's not really a spot in Belgrade that I think you could shoot that thing in any distance. But anyhow, they send him this little short 2-foot 50 cal BMG, and it's that olive drab one. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made in Belgrade,
Yep.
and so it was like $1,500 or $1,700 or something like that. I'm like, no one's gonna buy it. And he called yesterday, and he's like, yeah, I sold it. And the guy bought all the 50 cal BMG that we had. And I was like, wow. I mean, it just blew my mind because it's like I would never shoot that thing. I mean,
No.
it was, and then when I talked about that stock there, you know, it's 1/2 inch aluminum and it's a skeleton stock. I mean, so it's flat. I mean, it's only, oh gosh, 1/2 inch, 5/8 skeleton aluminum. That's all it is. I'm like,
That
this thing's
sounds
gonna,
like a good way to hurt yourself.
yeah, it's going to rip your arm off, you know. And yeah, I don't know why somebody would want to buy it, but
But Hunter sold it.
He did.
I give him pride. He's a great kid.
yeah,
I mean, for as young as he is, his wealth of knowledge in firearms and his just the life that just you can see it on his
Yeah.
face. I mean, you talk about a BB gun, the guy's just like,
oh yeah,
it's like Hammy the squirrel, you know.
Yeah, Red Rider, Red
He-
Rider.
Oh man,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just but he's phenomenal.
Yep.
He's a great guy. I enjoy every time I go in the store and just talk with him. He's just like, Chemo, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? He's like, he wants a job with 406, and
Uh-oh.
it's just like, no, dude, your boss would kill me if you left him over to
Yeah.
us. But yeah, he's just a great kid, and he does really well with sales.
yeah, he does. And
That's crazy. What's the largest caliber you guys produce?
We do 458 SOCOM and the 450 Bushmaster in the 15s, and then in the 10s we'll do that Creedmoor 6.5 Creedmoor. I guess is the big hitter in the 10s.
Not a
that's
big
ours.
fan, but okay.
You're not a big fan of the Creedmoor,
No.
and that's because
Because he has an AK.
Yeah, because I have an AK, and I want something more dependable. You know, it's like if you're shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor and you have an elk tag, you need to go out and shoot it right now so that it's dead when the season opens. Okay, a couple months from now.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like no.
the 6.5 Creedmoors are actually, we sell quite a few of them to people in Arizona because you guys got the range to have fun with them on 1,000 yards. So there's quite a few of them that we put down here
Yeah,
for the long range shooting.
whatever.
You ain't going to get 1,000 yards with the AK.
You can get 200 yards.
Yeah,
You can
Well,
hear them at 1,000
yeah.
yards.
Well, we have other things if we decide we need to shoot that far. You know, we get into the Weatherby and start hanging onto your shoulder. So it's all good. You know, it's got a muzzle brake. You know, it'll go the distance.
Sure.
You know, it's got some poop when it gets there. So what are these little gadgets that you have here in the box? This Paragon
It's
from
just some stuff that we brought from Vector to just kind of put on display. But it's one of their new magnifiers, really great. Put a couple of them on that green SBR rifle that we had.
Uh-huh.
We had one of these on there, and just brand new Prism 1x. Great. I messed with them all this week. We're going to be putting them on one of our rifles and just kind of battle testing the crap out of them. To see if they're tried and true to what they say they are. I mean, you know, well as I do, Vector Optics, they got amazing warranty program on all their stuff. You know, you match these up compared to most other optics. They do just the same, if not better. Better warranty, and cheaper. You know, it's all about having the optic to do everything that you want it to do, then some, and not have to pay, you know, the
You know,
Leopold price and
That's
everything
what I
else.
found with optics, and thanks for that lead in. We do a lot with optics, especially spotting scopes, more so with binoculars. And their binoculars, the 10 by 42s, stock out of the box. They're awesome. I mean, the glass is really great. I don't know where the glass is, if that's German glass or Japanese.
Yeah, it's both Japanese and German shot glass. Depends on which level of the optic you're getting from them.
Yeah.
Like you get into the Continental series, it's all German shot glass.
Well, the binoculars that I have, all it says on the box is Paragon, 10 by 42s.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what, and then I've got Vortex and some other optics that I'm pretty fond of with rangefinders in it, and I'll put the Vector up against anything.
Yeah.
Bottom line, and then you look at the price point. The price list is we've got to deal with the other company. We get 50% off, but the Paragons are the same price.
Is that 50% off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, wow.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm working with some individuals from Wynn's facility in getting these optics in all the Rocky Mountain supply stores. I mean, just
Oh, nice.
yeah, they're great. I mean, most people don't know about them, but when you do learn about them, I mean, we gave Dave a package too. It's just like they're just a great optic for what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're. I know I keep harping on it, but their warranty program. I mean, you can call down. You're going to talk to somebody. They're going to pay for you to send it back. They're going to pay to return it back to you. If they can't fix it, they just replace it.
Just so
And their goal is to have it done in 10 days. I mean, it's nice to just pick up the phone and actually talk to somebody that knows what they're
not have to
talking
speak
about.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
Dean and Tan do an amazing job. Stephen, the owner of Vector Optics, is a wonderful gentleman. So yeah, that's why we kind of choose to stick with Vector Optics. And
Well,
promote
I
it.
had down at the Cattle College. In fact, I had you on the phone for a portion of that, talking to Chris Loma, who's a range con. Does an awful lot. In fact, the wife, both kids, they're out. They're the luckiest guys about getting tags. You and I were talking about that earlier this morning, and you don't have some. I got a turkey tag. I feel blessed to have that. And you got a lot of turkeys back there.
We do have a lot of turkeys, actually. They put some in, and then they've taken off like crazy in Minnesota. So we got a pretty good turkey hunt now.
We'll talk.
Which breed? I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a lot of Merriams back there. Yeah, that's what we've got here, the mountain birds. But anyway, he was looking for a specific 20 by 60 spotting scope, and he came over and says, what do you know about spotting scopes? And I said, gee, glad you asked. So before I called you, we were on the cell phones on the website going through it. So that's a conversation we can have off air, and I'll give you his phone number. So
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they make a great product. They're all 6061 T aluminum. They hold up very well. I mean, I've beaten the crap out of quite a few of them. I've tested. I've put them in the freezer just to see what they do. Put them on a rifle.
What?
Put them in the mud. 'Cause I need to know what it's gonna do. So
you need an AK.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No.
They love the mud. Yeah. I'm surprised your farm and ranch store doesn't sell them.
They did actually have one or two in there at one time.
Yeah.
Oh, the Vector?
No,
Oh, the AK?
The AK.
Yeah. Gosh, we had a guy actually. He came in and bought both of them. We had them for. They were up there for a while, but it's our store is kind of unique. It's just you got farm and ranch stuff. You got.
Is that like a Tractor Supply?
It's like a Tractor Supply, but we got a pretty big sporting goods section. We're the third. We have the third largest lake in Montana, full of walleye and stuff. So,
man.
we have a lot of that stuff. But big clothing section. You can get a bunch of food. You can get, heaters or.
You got a lot of agricultural efforts up there, farms and ranching.
That's a big thing we do up there. So.
Really?
Yeah. Our probably number one thing that probably goes through our county is what's grown there is probably just hay. We have a huge. We supply a lot of hay to a lot of places, and the guy
Oh,
that
man.
cuts my hay supplies his down to Kentucky. He takes it all the way down to Kentucky and sells it there to the horse ranches down there.
I'll tell you what, as dry as it is here in throughout the West, I've got one cowboy over in Tunnel Basin that's paying $30,000 a month to feed his cattle. So what he's doing to supplement that is he's buying hay in Gila Bend, hauling it to Texas, and selling it for $28 a bale.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
Well, and it's unfortunately with the cow prices the way they are, I mean, people are dumping cows left and right. We just talked about this last night, I think, and there's my neighbor took in a skinny, bony heifer that was open and no good, and it still got $1.67 a pound.
Oh, get out.
And then there's a 2,500-pound bull that you're just going to use for hamburger. And I think it was 182. I think is what I said it was.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean it's. I asked.
Boy, ours is good right now.
I asked one of my friends who has a Semitole ranch out of Nebraska. I said, "Hey, why don't you bring me a couple heifers?" He goes, "What do you want to pay for them?" I said, "What do you want for them? They're bred heifers." He goes, $4,200 a piece. I'm like, $4,200 a piece? He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, you can hold on to those." And so, like a lot of our ropings don't exist anymore. We used to have a lot of team roping and stuff, but those things, those cows, you should be able to pick up a Corriente for $500. Now you're paying, 1,800, 2,000.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah. Besides that, they're crazy.
yes, they are. That they are.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens because it's just those cattle herds keep getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I was talking to one guy, they had a range bull that they finally caught it and tied it to a tree. It was late. So they said, we'll come back and get him in the morning. Bear got him during the night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, well. Okay, we're going to flip into a break. When we come back, we're going to change gears and go to the saltwater side of life. We got to talk about this. We need to get you guys over to San Diego. Do you sport fish?
I do.
Okay, good. All right. We'll be right back here with Captain Bill on the good ship Malahini. I'm Don McDowell, and this is Fox Sports 910. If you're new in the Valley and and both the boats are out. So, fish count yesterday. The Grande had a 3/4 day trip. They had 45 guys who were out dragging worms on the bottom. They did catch 5 yellowtail, and then I hate to use the term, but a boatload of reef fish, including 119 whitefish. The Malahini was on a full day. They had 32 yellowtail, which is the big deal. They did have 3 bluefin. My guess is they're probably down around the Coronados. The Horizon, the sister ship, another 80-footer, is on an overnight. They reported 40 whitefish, 38 yellowtail, no bluefin. The Old Glory, if you're an old-timer, you will know her as the Cherokee Geisha. She had 36 anglers, ended up with 72 yellowtail for bluefin, which is a good trip, and Ray Zoll, both the producer, they had 18 guys overnight, 15 yellowtail in a bluefin. The rest of the boats, the Grande, the Veneta, both had full days. Ocean Odyssey had day and a half. There was just a lot. I'm just going to round it up. Just a lot of yellowtail and 25 bluefins, plus be 31 bluefins between those boats. It's all good. So, if you're even thinking about going, do it now, man. It's time.
So-
The yellowtail, or excuse me, the yellowfin, what you and I were talking about, they're holding down at Magdalena Bay, which is about 450 miles down the Baja Peninsula, and they're slowly working their way up. And the tie-in here is they follow the warm water current. So it's in, it's out, it's in, it's out. It hasn't moved up. The jet stream hasn't brought us monsoon. We've had a couple blows, but
So when you, so, like, when you say monsoon, is that like a month's worth of rain, or is it just an hour at a time?
well, we get these little spotty things. We had one the other day that they were throwing. Oh my God, the monsoon's coming! It's going to hit Phoenix. Well, it didn't hit Phoenix. It blew itself out, and it skirted Phoenix in the south, went around these mountains, went down to Hilo Bend, and dumped an inch in, what, hour, 2 hours?
Wow.
And nobody else got any rain.
Yeah.
And that's what it's doing. What I'm afraid is going to happen is, if it does come, we're so dry, we're already under fire restrictions, is the lightning storms that we got up on the north. Now, I don't necessarily correlate monsoons with northern Arizona, but stuff blows up out there and they have lightning strikes. It's burned down the north rim of the Grand Canyon. It's burned down all the old buildings that we all know and love if you've ever been there. They were built back in the early 1900s, 1920s, 30s. They're gone, just gone. And
Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time up there. Remember, I used to do air tours.
oh
way
yeah,
back in the day over the Grand Canyon, North Rim,
What a
South
thrill.
Rim. It's just
did you ever go down into fly down to Phantom Ranch?
Phantom Ranch. Yeah,
God, that's a trip.
yeah.
I never took the helicopters, but I've been down both sides on the mules countless times, and that's an ordeal.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You make friends with body parts on your butt that you didn't know were there. Ride that mule down there. And the thing about the mules, I used to ride in horses, and you get on that mule, and their necks are so long compared to a horse. They walk up to the edge, and you think they're going right over the. Oh my
But they
God!
won't.
God, people bailing off, going no. But
They're a
at the
pretty
same
smart
time,
animal.
They
That's
are.
why they use the mules instead of horses down there.
Mules are a hell of a lot smarter than a horse
Yeah.
because they're back in the day, you could get to one spot on the switchbacks, look over, and you could see 12 pack horses, skeletons. One of them acts up, they all act up. So the one you're riding will bite yours in the butt. So yours will kick mine will kick the other guy, and they just poof, on down the line. But anyway, yeah. That's a shame. But I don't know how we got sidetracked on that. But
Squirrel.
squirrels.
Yeah, but yeah, they use a lot of those. I've never ridden one, nor am I going to. I'm not an animal person. Most people know that. So
You're missing a lot.
no, I'm not.
He
not
really
missing
is.
anything.
You know, that one day, well, it was a couple years ago, when I was lambing, I said, "Hey, you need to hold this lamb for me for a minute." And it was like I gave him a rattlesnake or something.
Oh, geez.
He's just like, you know, like it's a lamb, dude. It's just, you know, he didn't want any part of it. So he's
Islam. Yes.
yeah. You just you got you gotta love God's creatures.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've had horses and I've ridden some horses that I shouldn't have ridden, but you get a mule when he decides it's time for you to get off. They'll take you to a whole new level. Holy crap!
Yeah, yeah. I've been tossed off a few horses in my lifetime and
Tossed.
tossed. Yeah.
No, I'm talking yard dart.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was trying to make myself feel good about
Oh yeah.
being
Okay.
ejected, like I just came out of F-16 cockpit.
See, always like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. It's my story. Let me tell it the way I want.
That's why he only has tattoos on the one arm because he used
No.
that to pat himself on the
Well, I
back.
got one over here too.
We're gonna have,
okay.
we're gonna have to
Yeah.
even them up.
Yeah. No, that's this one's an angel that I got done after my first wife was killed, and so um, that one's kind of sits all by itself. So,
Everybody's got a story.
Yeah.
Every tattoo is a tale. Absolutely.
yep. So yeah.
Hey, you never asked him about his Hawaii trip.
I'm afraid to.
So am I. You know, I will you know.
Okay, you got 3 minutes.
Okay.
Tell me about Maui.
Okay, so he goes, "Hey,
Tell him about the tunnel.
But
But you
hold on,
gotta explain the tunnel.
the tunnel was funny, but you know when
A
it
tunnel in Maui?
oh God, it was like, yeah, let me get to that. But let me start there. So this tunnel, he's like, okay, we're gonna go over the ocean. I'm like, I'm looking at it, and it looks like something from Indiana Jones and the Temple Doom. And I'm like, I'm walking through this thing, and I'm like, where's the arrows and the spears gonna come shooting across?
Oh,
and
yeah.
stick you to a tree. And but you know, the whole trip, he goes, hey, we got this 7-bedroom house, we got air conditioning, we got all this. We roll in at like 1:30 in the morning. This has been the day from hell. We roll in there because that
Typical day, eh?
Typical day.
Yeah.
And he's crying.
the road to Hana, right? The whole 35 mile an hour top speed, 271 turns and 59 corners, or something like that. But anyhow,
Bridges.
we get there. It's a 1-bedroom with 7 beds,
It's barracks.
with no air conditioning, 1 bathroom,
Air conditioning. Leave the door open, the windows.
Of course.
yeah.
Movement of air.
And it's like,
It's
oh,
in Hawaii. Come on.
Yeah.
well, it was in the rain jungle. It was the rainforest of Maui, where when you fly in, you're in the desert, like being in Arizona. So where you fly into Maui, they get 10 inches or less of rain a year. You go to the other side of the island to Kenai, you get over 400 inches of rain a year. And it's so weird, And I stood outside one day, and it was like, I'm looking at a blue sky and getting rained on, and I'm like, there's just so much humidity, it must decide to fall. I mean, it was the weirdest damn thing ever, but it was an experience. It was a good time.
You can take the boy out of Montana, but you can't get the Montana out of the boy.
Hell no.
Oh, I got some good videos of us doing some trucking on some back roads.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Good stuff.
introduce him to Hawaiian hog hunting with a stick?
No, he's not at that level yet. He was worried about the pterodactyls and
Oh, yeah.
Tarantulas. And
tarantulas
spiders.
and
Yeah.
Did you not
Well-
see that video?
Uh,
Oh,
you
it was.
gotta see the
yeah,
video.
It was.
you
way
got to
funny.
see the video. It's
Bugs.
hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, alcohol might have been involved on that day.
maybe.
Maybe,
Just-
possibly.
Just a little.
I'm going to use the word allegedly.
Well, you're hanging around with Red Ryder over here. I'm sure there was a Pabst Blue Ribbon there.
No, it was a good time. It's just that's a long flight, and it's the Hawaiian people are very wonderful people, though. I mean, I will say that they have big hearts, and
I'm learning they're a different breed of cats.
Yeah.
It takes some time to navigate their personalities.
Yep.
All right, we got to flip into a break. When we come back, more with the boys from Montana and Minnesota.
Don McDowell Outdoor Radio has been sponsored by
Sheriff Wynn. I'm probably going to pay for this later on, but it's pretty fun right now. Absolutely. So you guys spent, what, about a week over there in Maui?
10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
That's
Yep.
about a week, isn't it?
Well, a little over, yeah, you know. But you know, there's that road to Hana. I mean, if you've never taken it, it is pretty cool. However, you're going to get road rage fairly quickly, like within the first 5 or 10 seconds,
Nice.
because there's so much traffic on it, and I mean, people are just going by. I mean, they are right next to you. So it was, but we got farther out there on the backside, and we almost ran into that grader. What's that?
Well,
Move
aside,
this.
you know, you talked a little bit about the wonderful accommodations. How was the food? I understand they have
The food was awesome.
some breakfast specials.
They did. So I walked out. I don't know what day it was, and Mark, our guest, I guess, our guest host, he says, "Hey, you want a pancake?" I said, "Well, sure. I haven't had a pancake in a minute." He goes, "You want it with banana?"
Wait. He's offering you a pancake?
A pancake, yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You want a banana in it?" I'm like, "Well, hell, I've never had a banana in a pancake." So next thing you know, he's got this machete, right, about this long. I'm like, "What the hell's he doing?" He walks over and whack, 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 chops a whole damn banana tree down. Comes back with these 2 big bundles of bananas. I'm like, "Dude, we just needed one. I mean,
Gee.
we didn't need 400 bananas. I mean, but I guess you have to chop them down. Banana trees, once they develop, they produce their bananas, and then when you take them off, you got to chop the tree down and for it to reproduce. So it was crazy. And
Well, that's what happens to some of us. You know, we reproduce, then we die.
yeah, that's called a salmon. But
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
you know, the other thing was funny is they have mongooses everywhere.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there one morning.
Okay, wait. If there's a mongoose, there's a snake.
I never saw a snake. So my understanding is,
Snakes?
Yeah, there's snakes.
is there snakes?
They're just not where we were.
Okay.
But so I'm sitting there watching this. All of a sudden, this chameleon or lizard or something goes smoking up the post. I'm like, what's he doing? All of a sudden, there's a mongoose about that long he's sitting there trying to figure out how to get that lizard, right? And I'm like, why is there a mongoose here? And I'm looking around, and you can see it bouncing around everywhere. Well, when people came over to habitate in Hawaii, they brought rats, right? Because that's what they consumed back in
Well,
the
rats
day.
were in the ship. I
Yeah,
mean, that's-
rats were in the ship.
That's common. That's
So-
a Coast Guard thing.
So then they
Rats in the boat.
they brought over the mongoose to eat the rats, right? But rats are nocturnal and mongoose aren't. So now you have a plethora of mongoose and you still have all the rats. So because they're not killing each other. So it was interesting. It was very educational.
Sounds like Chicago. But
Yeah.
that's a story for another
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
That's another
Yeah.
episode.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it. No, it was
Page 2.
Yep. We did see some wild goats, and I thought I was going to get is it the axis deer?
Yeah,
Or-
access.
Oh,
Yeah. So one of my buddies was like, "Hey, call."
that'd
call-
be trick.
Yeah, he said a hunt up for me, and I called the guy. Never could get him to respond, but it was they said come out and shoot one, and they're not very big, but I was all excited about doing
Very
that.
tasty.
Yeah, I heard they're amazing. So
Yeah, we did the road to Hana probably 20, 30 times.
Yeah.
No exaggeration because of where we were. But
Really.
yeah, this man has road rage, just so you know.
I don't have
Can't,
road rage.
can't trust him. The average
No.
speed on that highway is 15 miles an hour.
Is that a dirt road or actually?
No, it's actual
pavement?
paved road. Yeah,
But every bridge is one lane.
yeah.
I mean, it's about the size of my phone. I mean, it's terrible.
There was some close calls. It's funny. I told him, I said, hey, you'll notice you'll see a lot of left mirrors busted off vehicles.
Jeez.
Get to road to Hana. That's
Yeah.
the reason why.
Yeah.
People go flying by. They're doing 30, 40 miles an hour on a 15-mile-an-hour road. The locals, they do it all the time because
Yeah.
they're so used to it, right? You get some of these tourists that go up there. They're doing 5 miles an hour, just holding up the line. Can't pull over. They're so focused on pictures, and I get it, but it drives the locals nuts.
I had an episode in my big Dodge in a Kenworth. We kind of clipped mirrors.
Oh,
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was about 65 miles an hour.
got your attention fairly quickly.
No, we
Oh.
didn't break anything, but
Oh.
we honked and waved bye-bye.
The one when
Now, have you been over to Maui with these knuckleheads?
I have not been to Maui, not been to Hawaii at all. So that's one of the reasons why I want to hang out with Chemo. He's got all the connections, you know. Some are good and some are bad.
Yeah, but I've known this guy forever, and he never says, "Hey, you want to come fly with me?"
So it doesn't do any good to
I mean,
know
come
him.
on. I said, "Hey, I'll carry your back. I'll be your door gunner." I know he doesn't have a door gunner. We can do that. Yeah, you got a front door and a back door. Yeah, I'll take the back door, no problem.
Doesn't invite
Be interesting. How fast does your Ford go up there?
We cruise at about 8.4 Mach.
Jeez, that's no time to be opening up the door.
you know, and the funny thing is that one he's flying, you know, was it what it cost $25 million or something like that. But it's like it's like they should have enforced the lemon law on that thing, you know, because it's like you fly for 2 hours and it spends 2 weeks in the shop. You fly it for 2 hours.
That's why I call it a Ford.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
we
hey,
both
hey,
own
hey.
Fords here. I
Hey.
mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's pick Chevy. I mean,
I have a list, and on that list, there's a certain truck that somebody wants, and you're bashing it.
On the outside, not on the inside. There's a reason why I picked that particular truck.
Because
It's got a
Ford.
transmission in it. My Dodge has 3. So,
You got to rotate them out because Dodge sucks.
oh
or what?
geez, that last was a build to go with the horsepower. I mean, because Dodge stock out of the box is not quite up to AK standards. You know, you'd be lucky if you get 80,000 miles out of a trans. Boom.
I don't. I
just pour more oil in it.
Well, you know, I got a fist fight with the guy that works on my truck, Craig, up at the diesel shop. He goes, I dropped my truck off. I came back, and he goes, "Looks like you blew a Trant." I hit him right in the face. No way. Yeah, you blew a tranny. I said, don't start getting nasty with me. No. So, anyway,
blew a seal too, right?
no, it was just ice cream. Oh, we're gonna be lucky we're still on the air Monday morning. Hey, you stop it. Oh, we're embarrassing the teacher. God, we're gonna have to stay after class. Okay, so what's the next big push for 406? I know you've been working on some special weapons for special people. Is that going along? In fact, you had a last time you were here, you had a little short 9mm fun gun.
Yeah, it was a 9mm SBR rifle. Well, short barrel rifle. But
Short,
yeah.
but yeah, it's kind of like you can hide it under your overcoat.
Yeah, had a 3-inch barrel. The rest of it was 5.2-inch suppressor.
What's the accuracy level of
Yeah,
that?
that's not good more than 200 yards.
Yeah.
You don't want to. I mean, you're not looking for that.
Yeah,
That's
I
close
mean,
quarter.
it's not what it's
No.
designed for.
No, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one of the cool things, and I don't know if you knew this, is Best of the West Firearms and Huskamaw Scopes were looking at a property in Townsend, the old sawmill. But my understanding is one of those buildings that's out there that burned down. It's got like 8-foot walls, so they want to do a close combat training center in that, and that'd be optimal for
Yeah.
that.
Oh, really?
I mean, that'd be awesome to take that 9mm. I think it'd be really cool in a 10mm too. But
We have it.
did we get that one come
Yeah,
in?
we have it in 10-2.
Yeah, that 9mm is just cool. I mean,
I'm seeing a pattern develop here, Dave. You know, anybody that hangs around there seems to be fires. He just mentioned another one.
well, yeah, there's a long story to that fire. And,
That was an interesting.
yeah, it was one of those. I spent a long time trying to figure out where it started. But you know, if you're going to put your property up for auction on Wednesday and on a Saturday night, it all burns to the ground with everything in it. Everything that you were going to put in the auction is in the one building that burns to the ground. I'm not going to say it's mice with matches, but somebody had an assist with it. So, big insurance policy on the back end of that one. So
Yeah, probably so. Well, do the math. What was it? What was the outcome? Did he get paid or did he go to jail?
they got paid. That thing was well, it's kind of like Dave's fire. You know, you put that much fire into a metal building,
It's gone.
It's like putting it in a crematorium, or
The one you're talking about, was
Yeah.
that a metal building?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there was things. I looked. I was standing there in the door, and this thing's probably oof, 300, 400 feet long, and all the way through the building from end to end was nothing but fire. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so odd
Yeah, yeah.
to see, see it in that dynamic. I mean, it was like looking at a bed of coals at ground level, and
Yeah, those metal buildings are problematic. Once they get going,
Yep.
they heat up in the rafters or the vents expand, and then when the fire department gets there, God love them, they start cooling them off,
down they
and they
come.
implode.
Yep.
Boom, down they go.
Yep. Yeah, that was the first time. It was the first time I think in the history of towns in there that we had two aerial trucks from other jurisdictions down. We had, I don't know, 6, 7 different fire agencies from around the local area coming in to help because it was such a huge fire, and we had a ladder truck and then just the aerials, on top of it. But Helena was there, Clancy, Jefferson County, East Helena, West Valley.
Jeez.
I mean, we had fire trucks everywhere.
Had the whole neighborhood involved.
Yep.
All right, we're going to flip into a break. When we come back, we're going to have the badass report from the badass herself, see what's happening in North Dakota. I'm Don McDowell here with the boys. We'll be right back on Fox Sports 910.
.com for more details. Build with Boyd's. Show us your rack. How big is that elk, whitetail, moose, or mule deer? In the world of big game hunting, there's nothing better than having your rack on the wall and shown around the outdoor world. Head to huntingfishing.com and show us your rack. Now back to Don McDowell Outdoors on Fox Sports 910.
Okay, we got the badass. What's happening, girlfriend?
Oh, actually a lot. I think you can hear by my ambiance in the background. I'm on a shooting range as we speak. So I'm in a shooting competition once a month. There's a couple folks down here in Gila Bend, Arizona, that put together a monthly shoot. So I believe they have a Facebook page and all of that. We're not doing a shoot in August. I was just informed, but today's our July shoot, and so we do usually like a rifle course, a pistol course, and then, we do a couple different courses, and everything is timed. I'm currently sitting in a 60-pound weighted vest. I weigh 125 pounds for reference. I am dying a little bit. Just kidding. It's also hot. I am in Arizona at the moment, so I took a trip down south to come home for a little bit. So we are having the time of our lives. So that is what I am up to.
Okay, let me ask you this. We have bullets, or Bible bullets and bourbon this afternoon at 4:30 out at
Yes.
Patterson Road. You going to that?
I don't know. We'll see what Dad's plans are and what I need to do on the farm to help him. Yesterday I was running the Ripper, so I was helping get fields ready. So might be doing that tonight. Not exactly sure, but we'll see what Dad's plans are. So
Yeah,
I know it's a Dad and Papa thing. I don't want to intrude by any means.
Okay, well, if he opens the bourbon, take the bullets away from him.
All right.
Yeah, and have him read from the book.
Got it.
Yes, Matthew 5:9, one of my favorites.
Okay, tell me, what is it?
Blessed be the peacemakers. So.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Works,
a really good
works.
one.
Yeah, it has to do with
I like
jihad.
that.
Works both
Are
ways.
you gonna be there?
No.
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 Why not?
Not this time. Not this time. I got too much stuff I got to do.
Do you have a hot date or something?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
Really? Is she listening right now?
You know what? You disconnect her.
Does your wife know? Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Hit the dump button.
Your wife is-
Okay.
Your wife is so cute. She's always commenting.
You know,
Like,
I
she's
I
the
know you
biggest
pretty
cheerleader.
well.
I
You and your
love that
sister,
for
you're
ya.
not used to being dumped, but you're going to get dumped right now. She'll sit there and go, "What the hell?"
Oh, yeah?
You know, don't make me talk to
Come
your
on,
mother.
somebody
No.
Oh, man. Dang, you still have my parents' enforcement. This stinks. Just
You know
kidding.
what? You keep
That's
it up.
fine.
I'm going to
Somebody
put your
has to
mom
give
on the
you
air. We're going to
crap.
get the truth about you, okay?
Oh, no. Give her the mic. Let's hear it. I think
Well,
I'm a
she's
good
got
girl for the
pictures
most
of you
part.
wandering around in a diaper, pooping your diaper. So, you know, I mean,
Probably.
that's
you know,
where this could go.
That is where
Have
it
your
could go.
way
I
with
was
her.
at home yesterday, and I walked down the hall, and we have, like, all of our baby pictures, and I was like, man, I was chunky. Like, I was like, dang, that was a point in my life. Well, I looked like that at some point. Now I'm skinny and decent looking, so it's, it's worked out. Like, yeah, it's all right, but, oh, man.
I don't know
all
how you
things.
got out of third grade. It's
How I
amazing.
got out of third grade? I mean, my mom is a school teacher, so she probably just, like, talked to somebody, and they just passed me along. They're like, "Ooh, we don't want to deal with her." So they probably were like, "Yeah, go on
Okay.
with your bad self."
So what it was, Dawn, was that her mom's like, we just need her to get out of the house. So just like give her
Pretty
a
much.
pass. It's like a Happy Gilmore thing, right?
Oh,
With
yeah.
Billy Madison. It's
Basically.
just
Except
move them
I'm
along.
not
Move
getting
them
a
along.
party every 2 weeks, and that stinks.
Yeah, those are called social promotions.
I think I'm
Yeah.
in the wrong social class, the wrong tax bracket.
Yeah, hey, I'm with
maybe.
you. The 4 best years of my life was the third grade. I love it.
That took me a second. Maybe I am just blonde, but I was like, hold on. Gotcha. Didn't know third grade went that long, but I mean, hey, as long as you made it through at some point, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it worked out for you. Now you got a
favorite
radio
phrase is,
show.
duh.
My
all right.
goodness.
All right, you have
Oh,
fun out
man.
there. So you just keep an eye on your daddy, okay?
Oh, I will. You got it.
All right,
I
we'll
mean,
talk
as
to
far
you
as
next
North
time.
Dakota, it's hot. It's hot up there. It's hot down here. It's hot everywhere. That's about the weather report for you. So,
And
yeah,
it's,
Fifth
and it's
Army-
raining
ugh.
in North Dakota.
It rains just about every other day. You know what the saying is in North Dakota, right?
No.
If you don't like the weather, wait
What?
10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
So
Yeah, it's kind of like Missouri.
I think it's funny. It went from hailing, like gumball-sized hail, to being sunny in 10 minutes, and then there was a windstorm. It's just so great. It's the most bipolar state ever, just like me. Just kidding. So good, very fitting place.
We should probably let people on the range know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Bipolar, and she
joking.
has a firearm. That's
He's got a couple of
scary.
them.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean,
am
you're
a
adding the
threat.
blonde hair, the bipolar, the bourbon, the Bible.
Gosh.
Wow,
Right?
this
Is-
is just this
Did
This
you?
is a
recipe for
combination.
disaster.
Yeah, it sounds like you need a warning label.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Something like that. I think I should come with one.
Yeah, you should. You
Just
should
hand
get
them out.
just get it
Be on a flyer.
tattooed on your forehead.
No regrets. I should get that one too. On my forehead. There you go.
All right, you have a better day. You behave yourself.
Oh, I will. You too. Behave yourself. We got 3 people in the studio today, so and you hang in there.
We're all angels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was listening. I was like, you guys seem like a hoot and a half, so behave yourself, shoot straight, give your dog a treat and whatnot. So that's all I really got for you.
Okay. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Okay. Wow.
That's intense.
Well, she's a handful.
She's high energy.
Yeah, and her sister over here is
This,
the same way.
this one's over here quiet and meek.
That's a trick.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Trust
just
me.
that's just a facade that she's throwing out there.
Yeah, you ought to see her on the track doing hurdles. That's the best way to hurt yourself that I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Why would you want to do that? I get paid to go. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, giddy up.
Well, think about those two girls; they can scamper. Yeah, and then Taylor's a pole vaulter. How high is she pole vaulting?
11, 12 feet.
Wow,
I'm exhausted from that conversation.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
God
thinking
bless
about
that
how
kid.
bad my back hurts already.
Oh yeah, yeah. They'll pay for it in later years, like we are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games until you hit 50, and then it's all done right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You're on a downhill slide. Whoop.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what else are you guys doing together? You're sending him optics. Are you sending him lowers, uppers? What are you doing?
I think that's the trade. We're using, we were getting set up on the Vector Optics before I burnt my building down, but that's the plan.
Okay,
is that
wait. Did you hear that?
I did.
Before I burnt my building down.
That was an admission.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Make the call.
I'm staying out of it.
You know, that is one of the paranoias that you wind up with a claim that big, and then they investigate the guy and the reason why it burnt down. So you sit
Yeah.
on pins and needles as part of the game.
Oh,
So
I'm telling you. Yeah, yeah.
that is one of the
Yeah,
fears.
they're going to start with your bank account,
Right.
your bank statement, and work backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we were the Vector Optics, and we work with Chemo. I think we actually got a batch of lowers coming through for you right now.
Yep.
So we should be shipping him lowers anytime. The lower machines are up and running, and one of the things that got burnt was our engraving machine. We actually couldn't find it. It's aluminum. It was completely gone. We couldn't even find the puddle for it,
Oh,
to be
really?
honest with you. Yeah. So all the tooling, everything around that was completely disintegrated,
Up in smoke.
up in smoke. So we got another one, and we've been working on getting the programs in it and getting fixtures on it. And so hopefully this week we'll be able to start shipping some more product.
Wow. So what is it that you engrave?
Well, full-blown lower, you got to put the serial number on there. We do custom logos. So if a customer has their logo with a variance, let's say, so it appears that they've manufactured it,
Yeah.
you got to put their name, address,
Okay, of course.
those kinds of things on there.
So you got the hooey guy?
We do got the hooey hooey guy. We spent some time on that logo. That's pretty intense.
I'll tell you what, to your point, I took that down to the guy that's done my tattoos. I said, "Can you do this?" He went, "Holy shit. God, that's intense." I go, "Well, yeah, can you do it?" He goes, how big can I make it? I said, "Well, I just want about this big." He said, "Man, that's pretty small." Yeah, a lot of lines in it.
A lot of lines.
So I'm gonna do the other one.
The original one.
No, the one you sent me for the Hui Hui guys.
Which one? There's two of them. There's the original logo, and then there's the new one that has all the tattoos on him, holding the rifle, doing a shako.
No, this is for the military group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, with the head, with the
Yeah.
islands, and
We haven't even talked about that one yet. I mean, we talked about the company in and of itself, but we've never released the logo yet.
Oh,
So-
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
For the looks like the mask.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you're talking about?
yeah.
I thought you were talking about the other side of things there.
No.
No. The badge type things. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
What are you telling me? I'm going to have two tattoos. So I have that one, and then I have to get a badge tattoo.
Yeah. I don't want you to lose it.
That's astute. That's astute. Okay, I got our buddy Chris Hoffarth asking about a 249S.
What about it?
Yeah, what about it?
What do you want?
He wants to know about it. How much?
Again, it depends on what kind of build you're trying to do. If it's in a T2, a
Okay,
T1.
tell him what your web address is.
So you can go to www.m406rhh.com. Just go to the top. You'll see where it has the rifles, the different makes, the R model, the match series, the T2, the T1. Just click on it. It'll have a drop down, and then it'll say, do you want an AR-15, an AR-10? Then it'll go to the barrel. Then it'll go to the BCG, and so on and so on. You could just literally create your rifle the way you want. It's all in a drop down. I mean,
Wow.
it's so simple to do.
Okay, did you get
I mean,
that,
even
Chris?
Win can do it.
He says awesome. Okay. Okay, it's all yours. You can spend the rest of the day on the website.
Yeah, I mean, it's no exaggeration. You can do it all the way even to the optic. There's Vector Optics, MetPro stuff. I mean,
I am impressed with Vector. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you go to the Cerakoting, that's where I got jammed up because I was like, oh, that looks really cool. That looks really cool. And you'd want to buy like 20 different firearms just to get the really badass Cerakoting that the options that are there. I mean, I just,
So, are you looking for a Hawaiian shirt pattern on your Cerakote?
I didn't even think about that.
We could do it.
We could do that.
Yeah, we
you know?
can.
You could.
Yeah. That, like Chemo said, that's my staple in life now is, the farm and egg world and
Sheep.
Hawaii. So, yeah.
Well, you should be home at Maui. They've got goats. It's close.
They do. They're wild too, because we saw a bunch of them running across the hillside, and I
Rebecca, hit the dump button.
hit the dump button.
Yeah, flip us into
Control Alt Delete.
yeah, Fox Sports 19. We'll be right back. This is getting crazy.
The first stop. Lights. Sign up for the newsletter by contacting the ACGA staff at 602-267-1129 and learn more about joining the ACGA or advertising in the weekly newsletter Heard That. ACGA 602-267.
From downtown Payson, where the weather is always wonderful, James Guggenauer. What's happening, Commissioner?
Hey, good morning, Don. Great show this morning.
Well, you should be here with these guys.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have these guys here. So, what's happening up in Payson? You guys getting any weather, nice and cool? You getting any rain?
You know, I wish I could say rain, but one thing I will say is that our overnight lows, or the temperature overnight is dropping. Last night we were 58 degrees, so below 60 degrees in Payson overnight. We're going to have
Is
a
that
high
about
of
where
90
you guys are?
today. Yep.
We've been down to 47
Oh,
normally at night.
okay. Okay.
And even Tonto Basin, Don, a little bit lower down there. 73 degrees was the low. Only going to get up to 99 today. So for Tonto Basin this time of year, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
No rain in the forecast, though. That's the one bad thing. We have had a little over 2.5 inches here in Payson during July. So we definitely would like more monsoon, and we hope to get some in the future here.
Okay. Any update on Roosevelt? What are the bass doing?
Yeah, so the first thing, starting with the lake level, 53%, which sounds a little bit low, but, as long as we're above 50%, anglers are pretty good with that. That is still a drop of 1% from last week, and that's been the trend throughout the summer. Salt River is flowing at about 75 cubic feet per second. That's down from 100 cubic feet per second last week.
Wow.
Flowing at about 35 to 37% of its normal rate. So we're definitely seeing the impacts of no rain, and that's what's there. However, fishing conditions, because of that, the lake is pretty stable. Bass fishing is just off the start right now. I'm going to let a little bit of a secret out here for people that fish a lot. So the guys like the Matt Shures of the world and those guys, Don, for some reason, anglers are saying that at Saguaro Lake right now, guys are catching 8 to 10 pound largemouth bass. And these are all the Florida strain bass who were released into Roosevelt a few years ago. They have migrated now down to Saguaro Lake. 8, 9, and 10 pound bass, you can catch 4 or 5 of them in an evening.
Nice.
Wow.
Great life going on down there. Fish are really healthy right now, and just a great time to be on the water. Summertime fishing conditions for sure. So as we've been talking for the last month or so, a little bit of a reaction bite in the morning, but most guys are doing drop shots, jigs, and Carolina rigs throughout most of the day. But another good sign is, and we've talked about this before, Don, I think you brought it to my attention a few months ago about fish kills at Apache Lake, especially in the smallmouth area. The Game and Fish Department teamed up with Nevada's Game and Fish Department and got some leftover smallmouth bass fingerlings, and they stocked them into Apache Lake this past week. So
Nice.
great news. Yeah, great news. That's a great, as you know, a great smallmouth fishery. And it would have recovered by itself, but adding a few thousand more in there will definitely jumpstart that.
Yeah, outstanding. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Okay.
we-
Any news on the commission meeting?
Commission meeting coming up in Flagstaff, August 7th, August 8th, and the agenda should be out here in the next week or so. I will say that we held a special commission meeting this past week. We regularly don't do things like that, but the commission chair felt that we wanted to write a letter to the Department of Interior, Department of Agriculture, about the decision-making process related to the Bravo fire. And it's pretty, we want to make sure that these people understand not only the lost historical monuments, but, there's a large impact to wildlife, to habitat, to our fisheries up there in that area. And the latest update is this fire now is just south of our wildlife area up there. And so bison have been moved to corrals to protect them, and so it's going to be an impact. And the commission did send a letter out stating its position on that.
Okay. If you'll forgive me, I hate to be the guy to correct a commissioner. Those are buffalo. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That was Barack Obama that renamed them bison. They're buffalo. He's gone.
Gotcha. I'll remember that in the future.
Okay.
Hey,
just
I want to
just
tell
look at it
our-
this way. We had buffalo soldiers. We didn't have bison soldiers. Okay.
Good point. Good point. Hey, Don, you'll enjoy this. And for our fly fishing regulars, Sam Simmons, who's a good friend of yours, Don, I know everybody in Rim Country knows him. He recently posted a video on brown trout fishing in Horton Creek, and it is absolutely essential for anybody wishing to go up on the rim and fish. The information he gives you can be used anywhere on the rim. But go Google Sam Simmons fly fishing brown trout on Horton Creek. It's a great, great video.
That should be a good watch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then the last thing, just a fast update, is
Texas
the
activity.
Game and Fish Department is going to be hosting workshops related to chronic wasting disease, CWD, around the state. And the idea here, Don, is to educate hunters, specifically hunters that hunt out of state and bring deer and elk back into the state. There are certain restrictions of what you can bring back in. Arizona has tested over 30,000 samples over the years, and we have no cases of CWD in our state, which is phenomenal, and probably a lot of luck involved there. But a big piece of that, Don, is education. So check out the Game and Fish website, see where they're going to be around the state, and I encourage all of our hunting, especially hunters and especially the ones who hunt out of state, to go attend one of these CWD workshops.
Okay. Are you going to have hunters taking samples this year again?
Absolutely. They set up a volunteer. We don't demand this, but up on the Kaibab, up on the Strip, over in Game Management Units 1 and 27, every year we have stations set up where hunters can voluntarily stop in and have a CWD sample taken. And our volunteers do a great job out there. It's not easy to take a sample for CWD because you're actually taking a sample of the brain. But our guys are good at doing this stuff, and the information that they collect is extremely valuable data to the Game and Fish Department.
Yeah. Well, I got a lesson on how to do that from Jared McFarland. Spent some time with Jared.
I remember
and,
that. Yep.
Yeah, we were taking samples, and it was a little bit different than dissecting a frog, let's say.
Yeah, little bit different.
Okay, anything in passing?
Yeah, one shout out. I'll remind everybody that we're coming up on the 27th annual Arizona Outdoor Hall of Fame induction banquet. As you know, Don, these are people that have dedicated their lives to conservation, to conserve and protect wildlife and habitat across the state. This year's inductee class is monumental, including a guy named Ty Gray that you might remember.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, I'll bet you have. Trout Unlimited, you might have heard of them. It's going to be Saturday, August 23rd at the Hilton Phoenix Resort. I encourage everybody to go to Wildlife for Tomorrow, all one word, type it out, wildlifefortomorrow.org, and you can purchase tickets to this event. It's going to be a great evening, and lots of people attending this.
Okay, Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Going to be a hoot today. Here's my prediction. I love the fact that this is a 2.5 mile oval track.
Oh yeah.
This is going to favor guys like Hamlin. It's definitely going to favor guys like Larson.
Hamlin's wiping up the rear today.
Well, what I like, take Larson. That number 5 car. He's going to run it high on the track, and he's going to run it really fast. And we only have left-hand turns today, so we're back to normal NASCAR, in my opinion. But I think the Hendricks motor racing team is going to have a very successful day today.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I agree with that. We got Bubba Wallace in number 2. I'll give him 45 laps before he eats the wall.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. So.
You're good, Don.
All right. God love you. I appreciate all you do, James. Thank you so much. This guy builds a wonderful bass rod. Rim Country Custom Rods. I'll tell you a story about it when we get back. But we're going to flip into break, come back, one more segment, get this thing wiped up, and get on with the day.
No matter what boat or watercraft you drive, your
from North Branch, Minnesota, that's a long haul.
It is a long haul.
Oh my goodness.
3.5 hours on the plane.
Oh geez. Did you get the fat lady with the little kid? You had to sit next
You
to
try
her?
to avoid that.
Boy, me too. And then you guys coming down from Montana. You're up and fully functional, pretty much, right? What, 90, 95?
I don't know if we're quite that far. Some of the equipment that we didn't have backup for, we just got it plugged in. Tooling is starting to show up. So that's probably, I'm going to say 20% of our capacity is still getting plugged in.
Okay, that's Soda Firearms on your website. State-of-the-art firearms, AR-15s, AR-10s, 9mm parts. If you have a AR-15, or I mean a AK-47, you don't need to go there because they don't like us. But that's a story for another time. So,
Actually, there's quite a bit of activity to take a AR, modify it to take straight AK-47 magazines.
oh, really?
So we've done a fair amount of quoting on that activity too. So it's kind of a unique looking AR lower that you'll pin on your AR upper, but it takes full blown AK parts and magazines.
Nice.
So,
But it's still extremely finely machined.
oh, absolutely.
And not as sloppy as my MS-13.
That's correct.
Okay.
You're getting onto it, Don.
Yeah, sloppy's good. Just more oil. That's it. All right. Chemo K, you guys are doing some field testing for what? Vector optics?
so we're gonna be
his lowers, uppers? What are
No,
you
we're going to
doing?
be doing some field testing on a lot of the vector optics. We're going to be looking at, optical clarity, tracking accuracy, the turrets, and stuff like that. And at the same time, got a couple of different YouTubers that do, field testing on optics and rifles
Oh, sure.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So
We've
we're-
got one coming for you on those binoculars, and let's see what else. Thermal.
You have one coming for me.
Yeah. I'm doing one for you and
Yeah.
Tan and Dean on the thermal. We found a place inside where we can set up the appropriate target configuration to sight that thing in.
Yeah. A good friend of mine, Carl, K2 Defense, he's a YouTuber. So we're going to be sending him one of our rifles just to kind of do some field testing. We're going to send him some optics. That way, you're getting somebody else's opinion, not just ours on the rifles
of
and
course,
their
of course.
ability. Another one, Thin Line Defense Company, Walsh, another great guy. They do a lot of different testing on stuff. So we're going to field test our own stuff with their optics and get them out to these guys and get the results out there for everybody, because there's been a lot of questions about big bore stuff and short barrel rifles. And
Absolutely.
so more testing we can get out there.
Well, on that note, that was another big question over the course of this last week is short barrels versus accuracy at distance.
Yeah, but the new thing, all these guys want short barrel rifles, 14.5, 12.5, so on and so on. But at the end of the day, they want to argue, twist rate on the barrels. It doesn't really matter when it's that short. You know what I mean? You're not getting past that 400 yards. I mean, you will, but I mean, it's going to drop drastically. So,
Well, the guys I'm hanging out with, aside from the guys I can't talk about, are these cowboys. It's a reach around behind the seat because there's something right there.
right.
You got to deal with it, and you would be surprised the amount of cowboys that are still carrying 30-30s. I'm
crazy.
serious, absolutely serious. That was probably the number one caliber. We talked about that, and there was one cowboy down there that was 6.5 Creedmoor.
He is a real cowboy.
Yeah, we left him out with the seal.
Yeah, we have a client right now that's wanting some 6 arcs, but they want it 14.5 and 12.5, and I'm just making sure that I'm letting them know, hey, when you start doing that, you're not going to get the performance that you think you're going to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, to each his own.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be a fad or something that's going on. It's like
Yeah, I think so.
So I have to ask: is it a 6.5 that you don't like? Because I thought you wanted a 6.5 Grendel.
That was his suggestion.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
So it's not you're not biased against the 6.5.
Creedmoor.
Just the Creedmoor.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
No, I just want to
it's
clarify
a
that.
Creedmoor thing. You know?
Yeah, yeah, obviously. Yep.
Yeah, these Creedmoor guys, it's like, geez, man, they hang out. They wear Birkenstocks, go to Starbucks, drive Subarus. Oh, I got a 6.5 Creedmoor. Yeah, oh, okay.
And
Good.
probably a 380 AS or ACP, to go with it.
Yes, I understand you're teaching a road rage class, teaching how to drive and shoot out the window with your.
No, I'm trying to do the road rage prevention class.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm trying to, keep my partner in crime over here from getting a shot in a drive-by.
I don't know why he thinks I have road rage. I
Oh,
don't.
really, dude? Oh, my Lord.
Well, he doesn't know you like I do.
I-
He's mild mannered, don't you think, Dave?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because he was hungry. He might have been hangry, is what it was. He could have been hangry because he needed his.
Hungry and angry, that's a fine line.
It is, but there was somebody. There was a lot of profane language coming out. And I'm like, do you feel better about yourself? What? I was like,
Just have a
They're
banana
lies.
pancake, it'll be fine.
They're lies. It's all a better.
all lies.
The
It's
guy
just-
he's talking about, I killed a long time ago.
Okay.
I had to
You're-
kill him.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, he comes back, right?
Yeah, I just kill him after.
Okay, so when's the next trip to Maui?
Oh, I don't know.
And the question that I have is, are they still are they doing anything where the fire was?
Lahaina?
Yeah.
No, but Maui just got a new helicopter. They're pretty proud of.
They paint it blue.
It's called Thunder. It's a beautiful helicopter.
Is it?
But if they had something like that, it would have made a world of difference during that too. Truly believe that.
Yeah.
But
That's a sombering place. I mean, you roll into Lahaina and there's pictures along the roadway of all the victims of that fire,
That's
and
incredible.
you're just like,
like
oh my
102 of them. I
Yeah,
think.
it was. But you look at like the resorts are all rebuilt, but then you look where all the houses are and still just shells.
Done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's you're just like, boom.
Yeah, it'll take another 10 years for the troops to come out, but it will.
Yeah, it's a tough deal.
Yeah.
Tough deal. What was it? They just had a fire in. They had another fire. It was right after we got back. It was. I think my directions might be wrong, but I thought it was east of Lahaina, in that area. So
Let's give out your web address.
Yeah, you go to
Contact.
www.m406rhh for the Montana 406 rifle hui.
Hooey, hooey.
I
Love it. And your website and contact info?
Soda Arms with a T, not a D. SOTA.
State of the art.
There you
Yeah.
go. Stateoftheartarms.com. Call customer service if you got any questions. Got a couple people that'll pick up and take care of you.
Sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. Yeah, I love it.
Pabst Blue
All right.
Ribbon.
We'll be in touch, and we'll talk to you guys next week, and just kind of follow up on, because we'll have questions from today's show. We're already getting stuff from Chris and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if
so.
anybody has questions and they want to send it to me, you can go to info@m406rhh.com. You can send them directly to it.
Okay, you guys. Follow us on Instagram. Like us on both Instagram and Facebook. We'll be here next week. Take your kids fishing, hug your bass boat, and we are out of here.